Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from Tinaheals.com, and this video is about the planet Uranus going retrograde in the skies. And Uranus went retrograde at about 10 degrees of Taurus. Now, you have to understand that Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Where Mercury is data gathering, Uranus is spiritual epiphany. Now, Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, but of course, Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius. Now, Uranus is exalted in the sign of Scorpio, and Taurus happens to be the polarity of Scorpio. So, Uranus is not in a good position, as in is not dignified in the fixed earth sign of Taurus, right? So he's not in essential dignity because Uranus is electrical thunderbolt. Uranus is changeable energy, and Taurus is fixed energy, right? But there is, of course, this very interesting part that Uranus is exalted in the fixed sign of Scorpio. So Uranus likes being in this fixed signs, but in Taurus, it speaks of volcanoes, earth changes, very huge changes to agriculture. Uranus is going to bring forth in Taurus, right? Taurus, the sign is fixed earth, nocturnal, very dry. It's a dry sign. It's a cold sign. It's earth. So here Uranus shakes things up. Okay, shakes things up and changes the stagnant component of Taurus. Okay. Now, of course, Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So we immediately think of gnosis. We immediately think of spiritual, and Uranus is called the spiritual awakener, the spiritual, the wild card actually. Okay, that's what Uranus is called, the wild card in astrology, because you cannot predict changes, as in you cannot predict what Uranus will do because you do not know what Uranus will do. That is the fundamental principle of the whole thing. Okay. Now, 10 degrees of Taurus, and this is happening on 15th of August. I mean, it's already happened. Today is 16th of August in India, Bombay, where I'm speaking from, 2020, right? And Uranus will retrograde back to 6 degrees of Taurus. So the first decan of Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, so this is Venus triplicity. So Venus is very strong here, and we'll get to the Venus Moon conjunction in Cancer, that is sextiling Uranus. But Venus is the ruler of this first decan, right? And if you think about the two planets, Venus and Uranus, they really don't have much in common. Venus is connection, Uranus is the wild card. So I mean, it's really wild. Okay, it's wild. It's a wild west out there with Uranus, right? Now it retrogrades back to 6 degrees of Taurus, and then starts going stationary direct on Jan 18th, 2021. So this is going to be a whole year of Uranus retrograde as well as Mars retrograde. Okay, and Mars, as if you look at the chart of Uranus going retro, we see that Mars is in this very volatile square with all the Capricorn heavyweights like Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Because Saturn's also retrograded back into Capricorn. So this is the signature. Mars is square, the 3 luminaries in Capricorn, and Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, right? Now, because Uranus has no essential dignity in Taurus, these 8 years of his stay in this fixed earth sign can feel very volatile, very volatile. So let's embrace the changes that are coming, because Uranus brings changes that may be difficult do assimilate in, to start off with, but as it gets, as you get into it, you realize that it was for the best. Okay, it's a spiritual epiphany, that aha moment that Uranus brings. Okay, now the moon and Venus are conjunct right now as we speak in the sign of Cancer, which is cardinal water that likes to initiate things, ruled by moon. So moon is in rulership in this chart with Venus, and Venus does have dignity in the water signs because she's exalted in Pisces. Okay, so even if you look at the sign Taurus, it's the second sign, it deals with agriculture. The moon is exalted in Taurus. So here the moon is in a sextile aspect, giving energy, and Venus rules by triplicity, the first decan of Taurus. So Venus and moon together are giving the sextile force to Uranus, that, giving that feminine energy to Uranus. Okay, and if you look at the symbology, it's like Kronos cuts off Uranus's private parts, and Venus or Aphrodite is born from the froth or the semen. So there's an interesting correlation with Venus and Uranus. It's very interesting, all of this. Now, let's get to talking about the fixed star that is a very benefic fixed star of the nature of Mercury and Venus. So again, Venus is ruler by triplicity. Venus is a direct, energetic vibration of the fixed star, Alhena. Alhena also has a Jupiterian energetic signature. So Mercury, Venus primarily with a Jupiterian signature. So we see in the chart Mars is actively engaging with Jupiter through the square, and Jupiter's in fall in Capricorn. So very, very interesting, all of this. Now, Alhena is in 9 degrees 23 of Cancer, okay, tropical Cancer, and it has a very spiritual and mystical side to it, Alhena. But there could be issues with feet, okay, any kind of problems, accidents, flat foot, issues with feet could pop up, okay. Now, because this is of the nature of Mercury and Venus and a dash of Jupiter, this fixed star Alhena brings about eminence in art, especially if it is a prominent point in your natal chart. Okay, interest in art and excelling in art, right? Now, this Uranus going retrograde is happening in 10 degrees of Taurus, the first decan of Taurus. Now, if you look at, if you round it off to about 11 degrees, it's not really, it's the 10 degrees. So let's not get to that. I was going to discuss the second decan of Venus, of Taurus, which is ruled by Mercury. So it's anyway, because it's on the 10th, it's drawing influence from the second decan. Now, the second decan of Taurus belongs to Mercury, and Alhena is of the nature of Mercury and Venus. So you see this communication, arts, women, all of this is very, very much in focus. Now, the sixth Munsell is Alhana, the sixth Munsell, okay, of the moon. Now, it spans from 4 to 17 of Gemini, right? Now, this Munsell inspires love. It inspires partnership, companionship, romantic love, interpersonal love, all of that, okay? It's a very soothing influence. Do not seek loans, because this is not a Munsell to seek loans. Do not make new investments, okay? Because Uranus is going retro on this Munsell. Uranus is cryptocurrency. So, there's a interesting thing to how this retrograde is going, and Bitcoin is already shooting through the roof, okay, the cost of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. So very, very interesting how this retrogradation is in the 6 Munsell, which is not good for investments. But in the post-COVID world, we will see a lot of investments, different kinds of investments, and investments in cryptocurrency, open source, blockchain, okay, all of that. Now, a very powerful Munsell to do love spells. So this energetic vibration of the 6 Munsell is very powerful for love spells, right? And the name of the Lord is Nederahe, Nederahe, Nedeyrahe, Nederahe, Nederahe, Nederahe is the name of the Lord of this Munsell. Okay, plow, sow, but do not travel when the moon is in this Munsell. Okay, now the interesting thing about this 6th Munsell Alhana is that it's got a very attractive component. If the spell is done correctly, you can be very attractive to people. Attraction spells also very powerful when the moon passes over this Munsell. Okay, now we have to speak about the Sabian symbol. The Sabian symbol of 10 of Taurus is a red cross nurse. This immediately brings to mind compassion, healing, selflessness, devotion, dedication. Now there is a dualistic energetic vibe to the nurse. As we have Florence Nightingale, we also have nurses that kill, and they believe it's mercy killing, but they kill their patients, okay, because maybe terminal patients or whatever, they kill them. So there is this duality at play, do you see? Now let's forget the war, because the Red Cross nurse comes when the war has desecrated humanity and the local area, and the Red Cross nurse must come and save and salvage and help people in their convalescence. So this Sabian symbol, a red cross nurse, also actually links to the Virgo archetype. So, and I said Alhena is of the nature of Mercury and Venus, compassion, love, and also the second decan, which is of course beginning from the 11th degree, but because this is on the 10th degree, it's drawing influence from the second decan. So that's ruled by Mercury in Taurus, okay? Now, think about the nurse. The nurse doesn't want to fight, doesn't want confrontation, wants to heal, wants to help, wants to love. So she's a sort of Venusian energy, the nurse, okay? Problem solving, again, optimization like the Virgo archetype, okay? Look to the needs of others is what I would say in this Munsell. Look to the needs of others, because you know that's what also makes you very attractive if you're looking to increase attraction. Now we think of the concept of agape, okay, AGAPE, which is Christ's love, universal love, or Neptunian love. So that is the vibe I get from agape, is the vibe I get from the Sabian symbol, a red cross nurse. Although I know nurses can be, you know, demons, not angels in some cases, but let's work with the energetic signature that we have of compassion, love, problem solving, optimization, okay, and just being there. And that's what the nurse does. She's just there for you. So thank you very much. That was a bit about Uranus going retrograde. Call him Uranus, Uranus. It doesn't matter. It's the same really. So I always call him Uranus, but you know I just started saying Uranus, and I want to make a shift because you know some people have been saying Uranus, but you know. So blessed be. And use this energy wisely, and drop me a comment below to let me know in which house this is happening for you, and how you plan to deal with it. Actually, this retrogradation of Uranus in Taurus is happening on my natal Chiron. So it's really a very spiritual vibe that I'm feeling. So check out the tarot video that I did on my IGTV. Subscribe to me on this channel if you haven't already, and check me out on my blog pages. I've got tons of written content. Check out my Pinterest. It's got an interesting layout of all my work, my podcast, my videos, my blogs, as well as vlogs and IGTV videos and all kinds of content. So thank you very much. Speak soon. Bye bye.